Hello guys, change of day, as you know, Thursday instead of Friday. So here we are doing painting in the style of, I forgot his name, Michael Bernard. Lives in Devon. He's from Kent, I think, initially. So I do like his work, yeah. He's got this really quirky way. He uses a lot of collage, which I like doing, as you know. And he prepares his canvases and papers and boards and whatever before he paints on them. This is one I did in his style, yeah, but kind of in class. So we did that as a test piece, really, which I quite like, of Mavagissi. And using a lot of colour, loads of collage, kind of crinkled up paper because it just sticks with the acrylic. But the one I've done today is actually, I've pasted it on because he uses glue. So he pastes the newsprint on first. I'm not saying that's exactly how he did it, but if you look at the picture, you concentrate on the picture, you can actually, with your glasses on like this, you can actually see newsprint, yeah? And the newsprint comes all the way down from this house, about halfway down the house, all the way down to the bottom of the picture. There's also got some black print here, as it's got some writing on there, upside down, so he's not put that on, it's already on the print, you see. So you can pick up here and there that he's got, and all this is crinkled paper, which is what it's like that, yeah? And then some more paper over here. He could use a bit of plastic just to give you these kind of shapes on top of wet paint, so you know, all sorts of different ways. There's a lot of pen, black pen, to kind of bring out the windows, mass, and I think he uses a white pen, or you can use a palette knife and some white paint to give you these straight edges, and the railings around the boat on the slipway. I don't actually know where this is, but I'm sure somebody will find out and tell me. So that's what we're looking at today, right? So the idea again, when you're looking at these painting in the style of, is to get an idea of how particular artists go about their work. So you could pick this idea up, which we have done. We've used it before, but we don't do it like this. So this is kind of, you can't do this just in one sitting because we need to prepare the paper. And that's still a liner, and it's got it's PVA glue with water, so when you paste over it, it sticks. And I'm also on gesso paper, yeah? So, looking at some of the newsprint here, it actually acts as like the tiles in the roof and things like that. Which when you look at the picture, it gives you textures, you know? So, it is a good idea, and we're going to have a go at one of those today. So, again, I kind of running out of people now who apart from going back to particular ones that I do like, who do figurative work, so I could do something like that, going back to one or two. Alright, so, oh Jimmy, I hope you're feeling better, mate. And it's not cold, this has just been ill, haven't you? Bit of flu, but yeah. Anyway, so, looking at the underpainting on this actually, I have cropped it a bit too because it's longer than this. So it's more square, so you know the original painting is different. It's got more space on this side as well. But just to get an idea of colours, what we're using to apply the paint with, you know, Mike Bernard, using credit cards or old cards, so we can put these marks in and shapes and things and scratch the paint on. We've also got a black marker, which is a pro marker. Pro markers are ink, so you can't get them off once they're on, so they dry quite quick as well. You know, unlike pigment markers, which you can rub out. So your pro marker, I don't have used a lot. It's just used kind of one dark tone for a lot of the writing and some of the windows and things like that. Yeah. You can use a brush as well. I've got a bit of pastel which I might use, or I can just use some, I've got my palette knife because we can use that for straight lines and rigging and whatever. At masts, I've got a ruler. If I want to do anything kind of straight, I can do it that way. Okay, big brush because we're going to put lots of colour on first. Looking at the underpainting, it's very warm. It's got lots of orange in there, and the blue against the orange, again, that sets it off. It's got turquoise as well. You can see the newsprint at the bottom has actually got writing here because he's just turned the sheet upside down, so he's got the newsprint there, you know. But it's also got texture on there when I drag something over it. And I'm just going to colour the whole thing with different colours, actually. Try and recreate something similar to what he's got underneath first, and then work back into it with dark pigment. Okay, so I've got my nice flat acrylic brush as well, which is nylon, which you need to do nice shapes. We've got flat filbert, which is bristle, yeah. It's got a nice point to it actually for detail. And I've got a small one for detail as well. So, you know, a few brushes, and then I've got my, where's it gone? And the black one, which is this, which I'm going to use to put a lot of colour on. I haven't actually put my colour out yet, which I'm a bit behind today. I'm going to put some sienna, cadmium yellow, and processed yellow, sorry, in a pot. And I'm going to put some on my palette knife, on my board. So I've got burnt sienna, processed yellow, that's quite light, yeah. Alizarin, lovely orange colours in there, underneath. We can use the blue over the top. So you can get the bloody blue alizarin out. Sorry, that's swirling. I'm going to trouble with these tops. Kind of get clogged with paint, you can see, and then you have to take the top off. Anyway, there's always something. But yeah, I've got some purple today because it's some nice lilac colours, so I'm going to use a bit of that as well over this side. Not a lot, which will come out. Again, that's not coming out. Take the top off. So a nice bit of purple. Yeah. Quite a bit of that, and then ultramarine blue, naturally, because we've got the darker shapes, which is against the alizarin. Ultramarine. We're going cerulean blue because this is this lovely warm kind of blue, warmish tone. Might need a bit of that actually, and then some green, just a little bit of green. Got my purple and white. Not a lot of green, just for the turquoise colours, really, and white. So quite a bit of white. Lost my white. Okay, big jug, big tub. Yeah. So there's. I'm going to stick to 1 o'clock on a Thursday. Because I've no class in the morning, but on Tuesdays I've got a class in the morning, so I'll do afternoon. I'll start at 2. Just give me time. Just say that again, in case people didn't hear me. Right. And then I get me a big brush. So I've put some in. Oops. Once you don't roll your pen in your paint, this is not a good idea. Put some in. Oops, don't want that brush. In here. So I've got some lovely yellow. So I'm going to put that on in this kind of respect, so you're seeing this really nice warm tone. You can go anywhere with this, you know, you don't have to just do it in the same place. Add a bit of sienna to it as well, get a really nice warmth to it. You can see it in the houses, the top, the roofs, all sorts like that. You've actually got a little bit here that's showing, looks like there's some. I'm not quite sure how he's done that bit, whether he's put white in first. He's got this orangey kind of underpainting, and then in here got this great big boat, which is made up. So I've got this really nice shape of a boat. Yeah, quite a little bit of white mixed with it.
a bit of yellow to give it some warmth, and then we just, that becomes kind of opaque. Actually, as it starts to dry, it's going to go get slightly darker and flat. Alright, and I just get rid of it, you know, dry it off a bit. So nothing too fussy at the moment. We've got the roof there, we've got some kind of a bit of purple coming on, so you can put some of this in. There's some purple underneath, then you've got these dark blobs and light shapes. Some purple in the floor here, so you got these nice. And then I'm just going to add some dark shapes. I've actually got all these blocks of toner, the harbour wall, that's a bit high up actually, and there's something here, like I said, with white on, that's coming into this lovely warm reddish tone, which we can do later. And then so you're just covering up these textures, and the ridges on this are going to be great for applying pigment. So we get a bit of blue, bit of red, mix it together, to get a nice dark tone actually. You could use some sienna, because blue and sienna make burnt umber, yeah. So if I can have a look at this harbour wall, I've got these really nice strong tones. So I'm just going to slap that on. I could just keep it to blue and purples, you like, alizarin. And then here we've got this the shape of the harbour wall again. So it's coming down. So we can just drag that over, and then coming up from where the water is. So we've got this shape like that, and then it's going quite dark here. Like that. Just to keep those nice dark shapes. We can see some of the writing underneath, so that's quite a nice picture. So yeah, because I'm going to be working from dark to light, yeah. So that's good. Nice shape, and then top of the harbour wall. So a big knife, big palette knife, big piece of cardboard, sorry, which is not your best credit card, is it, by any means. I'm just mixing sienna with some of this blue again. Because up here we've got the roof. I've got kind of roof in that shape, and then we've got something here like that. So it's when you start to paint around things, where you get into chimneys, for instance, like that, and the angle of a roof, and then this coming out, and then we've got a little chimney there as well. Yeah? So we get all these shapes going down to, might just cramp it all on a bit. This. There's no way, you don't do the maths or anything yet. We've got this nice angle for the red. The red shirt there and a bit of yellow is coming across like that. It's like just a block of tone. So you could have actually had some dark tone in there. You could have actually had some paper underneath. It's just, we're just kind of surmising really. I'm just going to drop that in, and there's like a block here, which is something on the key side. Okay, and then we go about here. The boat is very dark actually down there, and it goes into this shape in the water. I'm going to come right over here with the boat. Take that a bit further. We've gone a bit too far over. So I get this lovely alizarin colour, that which is coming from here, and then quite a nice thick tonal value. Okay, coming up now. A bit more. Now it's really good for doing shapes. These cards. What I want to create is the roof on this one going across like that. Yeah. That's coming down to the harbour wall, which is over here. It might go up a little bit actually, up there. There's something else here as well. And we're coming down to
about here. Because we can use white, we can always go over shapes. Okay. And around things. So don't make too much of a fuss. Got a bit green, some blue, which is in the shapes here. So I'm just going to add some of that, and some up there as well, which is giving this lovely turquoisey colour. Again, we've got this really nice turquoise right down there. So this is blue and green, cerulean blue, mixed together. Okay, and then some here. And because I've got some texture there, you add white to it. We've got this really nice kind of, see, these textures in the water over the red, over the orange tones. So they're going to really sing, aren't they? Yeah. Again, we got these shapes. This could be anything, especially on the harbour wall. We've got shape here, something like that. And I'm going to bring that house down actually slightly. Looking at some white or yellowy kind of sienna colour. So we've got a bit of sienna with this. If that's the roof, and then coming along here, we've got this building, which is something like that. Pick out the windows, you see, going up to the house here, something like that. And then coming down, we've got some blue in there, and that's coming down to the boat, something like that. So this is going all the way across. It does make a shape there, something very similar. And then this is going into the alizarin bit. On the edge of this, got this nice alizarin. Goes to a nice point there, so a nice thick paint. It can overlap. Alright. And we've got some here as well. And this mark. Lovely warms here. Just add a bit of yellow to that alizarin to make it lighter, warmer. It's like the back of the boat really there, you see, and then we can put the shape in. Okay, I've got quite a lot of cool colours, things going on, shape. I'm going to use a brush just to do a bit of drawing. And if you start using your pen, you need it to be dry, so you know, use your brush to do some drawing. Yeah, small one, a bit of blue, green, red, anything to make a dark tone. Okay, so what we want to create is the shape of this, the back of the boat here, which is quite a dark shape. We get the keel, you can see, going up there, and then we get this dark shape here, so we just block that in. This is the top of the boat. This is where it says white, but we've not got white. So. And then this is the front of the boat. This goes into a dark shape, and then we get the shape of the windows. We've got a chimney here, which is a blob, and then that comes across here. So we've got two marks there, which look like windows actually, and then this is going across here. And we've got this bit, and then we've got a white building up there, yeah, something like that. So I'm just following the shape of things. Most of the roof I'm going to leave because they are in the background. Just get a bit of warm colour. So you got, as you get to this warmth of this house, there's a big block of tone there, so that's the shape. And then we get this lovely warmth, and the angle of that roof, it's just like that. Now don't forget I'm copying, so you know, as you would paint this, you won't be copying, you'd be looking back and creating these things using different
implements and tools. Yeah. So every time we do in the style of, you're just actually looking at other people's work. So we're not trying to sell it and anything. We just like his work, and then we're going to try and represent it, make a representation using his techniques. Yeah? Lots of colour, lovely marks. The roof of that house, lots of yellow, so I think I need a palette knife actually, because it's got quite a bit of yellow, so I'm going to take some out of here, like that, add a bit of white to it, make it more opaque. So if you come here, we've got this lovely light mark where the yellow is on the building. We've also got some white here, but let's put that in first. Give that lovely light. You've got a bit of white in between as well. That's it, the chimney. And the bottom of the roof. And like that. Something coming in from the inside, just there, which is a roof, and then some green. So the green's quite nice with white because we're using cerulean blue and green. So under here, we're down to that herb wall, which is about here. Okay, so we're going to take that further down and do the lights at the back. Something like that, and the top of this, and scratch that off. I want it to be lighter. A bit of alizarin. Coming from there, and then up to the boat, and then from here, a bit of light catching. So what we're actually looking at is trying to paint detail, but then because it's a little bit difficult to paint detail when you're working on a coarse surface with palette knives especially, and this is why you're getting all these lovely marks. Yeah. So the top of the boat is a bit here, and then going that way. And then we're going down here, and we've got some light bits, so a bit white mixed with a bit of sienna. Yeah. So like I said, the idea behind all these is instead of just keep painting in the same old way, you know, try different ways. You'll learn a lot more and a lot quicker. So if I look at the back of the boat here, got a really nice light. It goes that way, and that way, and that way. You can see, beautiful. And they just pick out the shapes, so that's all we're doing, really. The roof, again, we've got a nice pinky shape just on the edge here, which is part of the background. And then we've got some here. Going up, down, and then coming in the other direction, like that. So we've got this really nice angle shape. So the white and the purple, whatever you mix, whatever you put on like this, you've got this these purple tones. Down to the arbor wall again, and we've got some purple there. Complementary shapes. You can see the purple going underneath reflections into water. Alright, I can get me, I've got my flat brush for bigger shapes. So I've got quite a bit of white. I'm going to make a creamy colour, and just to put in this house,
the roof of this house, can you see? Just about here. And I've got two like blobs. I'm going to mark those off for windows after, just above. Let's have a balloir door, and then we've got these nice marks. Just going down here, kind of thing. Again, a bit of white, and you can see the light on the harbour wall there. Not going into my boat. Something on that there. So down here, it's really nice. Highlight. Reflecting. Keep standing back as well because you want it to create this shape. Or without doing too much to it, if you know what I mean. Alright, so yeah, a bit purple. Got a really nice shape here, it's a blob of purple. It's a nice warm there. Purple, sorry. This lovely green, so I want some more of this green, but I want more white with it, so I want this to stand out a bit more like that. So we can kind of drag it, you see. You can drag it with the brush, you can drag it with the palette now, and that against the orange. It's lovely. Again, we can drag it over there just to get the ripples in the water. You've got the shape of something going on there. Some more alizarin, so I used it quite a bit. Oh, that's the one with the bad top. So there. Keep punching a hole in the top to get rid of them, whatever's underneath. I'm just going to do, just going to, what's the seconds there? Just going to paint the shape of the boat, which is kind of lovely and red, and then we get this. So if we add a little bit of white to it, it becomes more opaque. So I've got this shape like that, you can see, as well as these blobs underneath, yeah, and in the roof, top of this. It's very good fun actually. You must have lots and lots of fun doing all this. And the kind of realism there. Right, what I'm going to do is concentrate on my background, my sky, yeah. And I'm going to block the sky in. Hang on a minute. And before I do that, a bit more warm colour. Yellow and sienna kind of thing. Where I've got the roof. So I come down from here. I've got these two shapes like that. I just want to pick that up because I don't want to lose it. Because I'm going to be going into the background in a bit. I can use a bit of that purple as well here because you've got this purple tone, haven't you? Like that. Something like that. That brings out the angle of the roof. Right, so big brush. And then I'm going to mix this colour of your background, which is kind of greyish, bluey grey, but got white, quite a bit of white with it. So it's quite opaque, isn't it? When you look at it. I think this might be too, isn't that quite similar? Yeah. Put that on first. And then I'm going to paint around some of these shapes, chimneys, whatever. Bring out the rooftops. One big flat shape. Bringing that down to this and this. And so that corner. I should go over that way. And then we come that across, because it's all one tone. Nice big flat area. I've just added a bit of white to make it opaque, so that's going right across here. I know I've got some things sticking up, but you don't have to put that in, yeah. It needs to be opaque. Nice straight line. Come down here as well, nice straight line. We'll go in there, down to the floor, the over wall, something like that. And then we're getting the same kind of thing happening here. So we've got this lovely reflection. That's just flat tone. Flat paper, there's paper there, it's flat paper. Put that on and we can scum that down. Rub it in to get it a nice reflection. It's really lovely shape coming down. Just let that dry a little bit because it wants to be more opaque here. So I'll concentrate on the water, yeah, and by using more white with that sky colour, I can create this reflections in the water. So it's got this green and it's the sky colour, yeah. So here, just at the back of the boat, we've got this thing going on where he's just dragged it down like that, but that's going into the rest of the water here. Yeah, it also got these shapes that are going this way. Yeah. And like that, down here, and going across. Keeping it quite light in places, because you've got reflection. He has his white paint later. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so we've got a couple of green shapes there, just like ripples coming over this area, going into the water. And then here we've got white. Alright, I'm going to dry it in a bit. What time is it? Bags of time. Bags of time. I'm going to dry it off, start doing a bit of detail. Just as we're doing the rooftops, and put a couple of chimneys in. Things like that, yeah. Something over here, another chimney, dark areas, lobs. Alter your colours as well, so we don't want to see the same one. Just have a dark shape there where the window is. This is all quite dark in comparison to the light. Get a small brush, just coming down here like that, and just picking out that edge of a building, and this bit, and that. Got a nice blob there, which is, I have to stop saying that, nice blob. Got a nice shape there, which looks like a blob. Which is, so I'm following things, it's shape of the chimney, and we're coming along here where these windows are, but here we've got this lovely rectangle, something like that, and here we've got these other things going on. Put your brush away, get some more paint. White paint. So you start looking at like the shapes on the roof, because we've got these lovely white markings kind of in between the tiles, something here sticking up, and then we've got the side of the roof and then markings like that, can you see? Which just picks out the shape of the roof. This is quite nice. And then moving on, so now you kind of tightening up
the detail, top of the boat, like this, all the way along really, to where it just comes out. Okay. I think drawing skills do come in handy quite a lot. Yeah. Onto the boat. So if you've not got it right, it doesn't look right. So I've got something kind of here, and then 1, 2, 3. Then the back of the cabin is lighter. The top of the roof of the cabin is light. There's a couple of kind of ropes coming from here. One there, one there. We've got the side of the boat. It's catching the light. We've got some dark shapes as well, which are probably just markings. It's like this shape here going into the corner and then coming under the boat like that. Purple. Standing back. It's very colourful. And just in the place where I think it might be dry now, so I'm just going to draw. There's a window here which is hard in, so I'm not bothered much. And then we've got this one. So just going across. You've got two, a pointy end and a flat end. So if you use the flat end, you get a bigger mark, so you get a nice chunky mark, you see? And then you can put the windows in like that. Right? Same over here, so you get windows, 3 beds, yeah? Something like that. There's one underneath as well. So like this. Underneath the edge. So that actually makes a house, doesn't it? So as you come down to the house, we're getting some warm tone. Again, I've run out. I'll get some sienna and white and a bit of yellow. You can always put it back. You can always put it back, but you lose. So these are coming down to the kind of harbour wall here, where you're getting this lighter area. Like this. Up to the building. Alright. And again, I've got this lovely line, white, and that one disappears. We've also got something sticking up, the mast, if you like. Yeah, I'm going to use some purple actually, just here. Side of the boat, and then underneath there. Probably have to go a little bit lighter, just on that curve. Anyway, the top of the harbour wall. Beautiful. I'm enjoying myself. We do need to dry that to get the windows in. So now I'm just looking at certain shapes that I can reinforce. So go back into your picture just to like put in a window, a roof, a shape here, a block there, and then something here, like that, top of that. White, it's lovely cerulean blue, just coming from there and then way around. Nice bit of white in it. That's the edge of the roof, which is actually quite a lot of, quite a nice thin paint. There's one there as well, which is the edge of the roof. Right, so this is the chimney that's catching a lot of sunlight there, and coming this way, and then we've got something here in the distance. Look at that, a bit of yellow. A bit of yellow here, which is this one, which is kind of a chimney on top of this. Yeah. Just drop a credit card, don't use your best one. And this angle, which blends into the rest of that house. So there's not too much detail. Just hope it's, I'm just going to dry a bit off. A bit off. Looking at this shirt, because I've got a roof here with a chimney, which is about here, so that's quite nice. That actually fits, so I'm going to leave that, and then it disappears. It disappears, and yeah, so that's this kind of chimney shape. More weight. Stone back. More white with our blue. But I think this needs to be slightly lighter. More civilian, if you like. Gives you that lovely hard edge at the back. Yeah. Keep it lighter over there, darker on the back. Okay. So we've got a nice block tone there, and a nice block of tone there, and a nice block going into the water. So yeah, dried that off, isn't it? So just underneath the roof we've got these two shapes like that. So just windows, it's above the door. There's something there like a line, something here. This roof, three windows under that. The house. Something nice and dark. So it's like purple. You don't put the tops on these pens, they dry out, so be careful. That's a nice dark shape, and then I get the door to the cabin. That's lovely as well. So if I mix yellow and a touch of red, I want this warmer red here. More yellow. Just to bring that out a bit. Yeah. I've also got some here. Some of that warmer kind of red tone, and some on the side of the boat. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice red there, blob. Eye-catching colours. Yeah. Big palette knife. Again, to pick up the light reflecting. And then we get this where this is. The ripples in the water. Like that. So the white starts to bring it all together. And just here I've got some lovely yellowy reflections. Okay. Lovely orange. More whites, I've got these shapes like this. What you don't want to do is lose the colour underneath. I don't want to cover it up. So palette knife, white paint. Okay. Devon. You've also got reflections kind of here. A bit of blue, which is the edge of this. We said white. Yeah. I could draw that because it's. Is it dry? No, it's not dry yet. Yeah. A few blobs, windows, doors. Negative space, bit of detail around the top of the cabin. Shapes down here under the roof. There's a squiggly thing there, I don't know what it is. On the angle here. Then so it come in down, down, deeper and down. I'm going that way. Top, just above the harbour wall and below it. So you got this nice shape. Yeah, this is quite dark. So it's a black one, this sector. And that bit, just watch you don't touch the paint. And then here, underneath the white. Alright, so here, yeah, got a nice block or two on there. We'll leave that like it. Going that way. This is going this way. Under there. Small brush. Start looking at things that it's put in that are not actually objects, these kind of reflections usually. But they're important because they bring out the shape of things. Yeah. like that, on the edge of the cabin. Oops. Don't pick up any paint. Pick up any paint. Sorry. Okay, stand back a bit. Yeah, so the boat needs lightening up a little bit. I need some shapes on my other wall. I've actually got a card that I broke. Here we go. It's probably the right shape. Some of these marks. Well, because it's a yellowy, so it's like this one, for instance. Huh? It might be a bit too large, and then we're going that way. So we can break it again. I'll break the other end, just to get some lighter tones, like that. Yeah, these, so you got this kind of thing going on. Just shapes. And then it goes white. That's a bit yellow, and then it goes white. So that's the top of the wall. There's a white thing there. There's a white thing here. Something white there. Probably why it says white next to it. A bit of drag in here. Yeah, nothing too dramatic. Just enough. And then we drag this last texture that comes down from the top. We drag that down, we go across. There's a lovely light there on the edge. And that way. Cream. Creamish. Cream is white and sienna usually. I'm going over that because, and then draw that in again, just against the purple. Bit of white, lovely shape, just there and there, and here. Again, you have a grey tone. And there, so we're going kind of down here and then across. So now it's just noticing things and then emulating shapes. A bit more dry because I'm going to pen the windows in on this one. You can also see it's kind of dragged something over the sky there, down the picture. Purple and blue, beautiful blue, spot. on white with the purple, probably. He's done that with the card because you can actually see the edges now, so you can see the edge thing. So yeah, so again the top of this. So here I've got a few mass sticking up, something there, this one which I put in earlier, and we've got the angle onto the boat, side of the boat, back of the boat, wedge. Yeah, wedge. A few windows. Edge built underneath again. That's the dark. Edge. Actually see like a cabin window. Door. Blob. Shape. Angle. Corners. Corner. So I think I did that first actually. And one minute. I've got some shapes here. Some straight lines, dark lines, light lines, some big as your hat, which go like that. Goes here, under the roof. More white. Whoops. Yeah, so thicker white, especially at the back. Yeah, and a bit of sienna to it, just to cream it. So here, you know, we've got really strong reflections actually. Water. Going that way, other way. That's about it with that. Pure white in the water. Thick. Right. I'm back. 5 minutes left. The clock is against us. I haven't got any cadmium red, and that's what I would use here, because it's too dark. See what this does. It's too dark, that's better. I just made it a bit more cadmium, see, to give you the warmth of the red. On the boat. And a bit lighter at the back. And that's it. More or less. Have a go. If you're not already having a go. Top of the roof, drag, drag. There you go. You can carry on forever with the water. Give it a varnish. All you need to do. And you're finished. So yeah, we just go. And my head is clear up to there. Well, thank you, Michael, for allowing us to use your image. Another window there to get on. And there's actually people. I can just see people. Other side. Teachy bit of white. Make some colour up. Paint round them. Couple of people. you can put words in, you can add text, you can put your birthday in, anything you want. Okay? All about you. It's all about you. Beautiful. Just use my white yellow up. I've got a lot. Excuse me. Seagulls. Little brush for some seagulls. You can also do a bit of glazing. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you could do a bit of glazing like that if you wanted. I can just leave it. So don't forget, all that's pasted on first. What would usually happen is you do taking it off as you paint. So you've glued it on first. Alright. When it's dry, straight lines, things, you can use the felt pen for these straight lines. Anything else you want to do? Big windows, little windows. Okay, so take the tape off, turn it round. So I'm in your hair. There's quite a lot of paper underneath, don't I? Yeah. Very colourful, love it. Okay, thank you. Turn this to the left. Bring it back a bit. That's not so bad. So I'm going. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Have a go. Do what I didn't do if you want to do it. But I'm quite happy with that. See you soon. Bye.